I'll just
Yes.
listen.
Thank you, Jeff, so much. I think majority of people are on, so we are actually going to start. We're going to start. I'm going to introduce our president and CEO, Lynn Ward of the Naugatuck Chamber, to begin this morning.
Thank you, Courtney, and good morning, everyone. It's great to see all of you here. We're really excited about this year's duck race event. It is 15 years now since we started Duck Day, and we've donated over $400,000 to nonprofit organizations all throughout the greater Waterbury area, many of which are to your organizations that are here on this Zoom meeting with us today. And we're so happy to be broadcasting live on Facebook, and we encourage more people to contact us and join us in this effort to raise money for nonprofit organizations throughout our area and even beyond our immediate greater Waterbury area. We're very fortunate to have a very enthusiastic director of our Naugatuck Chamber, Courtney Leegee. We have Julie Donato, who is our social media director, and Julie wears many hats at the Chamber also, along with Courtney, and they are going to walk through what we are doing that is going to be different and very exciting about this year's event. So I'm going to turn it right over to Courtney. Thanks, Courtney.
Thank you. Thanks, Lynn, so much. And we will have time for Q&A at the end. So if you guys can please just hold off. We want to make sure that we try to go through this as simplistic as we can. So please note your questions, and we will hopefully answer them as well. As you guys know, this is going to be very different. We will not be physically holding a duck race in any way, in person, on the bridge, downtown Naugatuck, Whittemore Street, Maple Street, Water Street. So we just want to make sure that everyone's really clear that everything that we're doing is going to be virtual. We have teamed up with an amazing team of videographers and graphic designers and website designers to make this work. So we're excited to work with those members of our chamber to help us put this on. And we still have the great support of our many sponsors of this event also. So we are trying to connect everything we can without actually physically holding the duck race and festival. And we do believe that this is going to be a large success, and with all of your support, we have over 40 people on the call today, and that tells us already too that we could get to where we have been in the past with you guys learning this new process and what we're doing. So I just wanted to really make sure on September 6th, that is our new date that we kind of scheduled back in March, thinking that we could have an outdoor event, but we no longer can. So September 6th is our new watch date, we'll call it. It'll be the date that we release a live video at 9 a.m. via our Duck Day website, and then we will start to stream it on our Facebook pages, and then we hope that that viral share comes into play. It'll be a fun, quick movie, a montage of the last 14 years, maybe some trivia kicked into it, but something to entertain all the family, the children, and to entertain the people at the end that get to win these fabulous prizes. You will see our website is a little bit revamped, a little bit cleaner. It's really about what we're doing. So if you're on our page, it says everything that we're doing new. It also states that we will only have 10 top prizes. And these packages were created where they're actually going to be valued at over $500 each for the other 9 prizes. So we wanted to really increase that prizes that we had to make this even more successful for you. The first prize is going to remain $5,000 cash. The second prize, we're excited to give another $1,000 worth of cash. And then the third prize will be $750 cash. So, and then prizes 3 through 10 will then be certain packages that we put together, and that information will be released very soon so that you have that and you will be prepped to be able to market that out on your end. Ticket sales will go from August 1st to August 31st. Again, that's a little different. We usually give about 6 to 7 weeks lead time because you're out and about, you're meeting people, you're seeing people. But this time, it's really going to be all virtual. So you're going to be using your social media platforms. You'll be texting people. You'll be emailing people. You'll do whatever you can to get that link into their hands to buy tickets for your nonprofit. And believe it, via a text message, it is very doable. I will show you a quick test of what it would look like. So when people go to sign up for a ticket entry, they would fill in all their information. Then it goes to the items and they get to choose 1 or 2 or 10, etc. tickets. And then there's going to be a drop down. And that drop down is going to list your nonprofit that's going to be associated with that ticket entry. And right now we have 2 in there. I know that United Way is on the call and I know that they'll be supporting this. So if I wanted to buy for United Way, I would click on them, I click next, and then I would continue forward and be able to cash out my payment. So it's really a simple process also in the end for them to choose your nonprofit as they are to purchase that entry. Another key thing that we want to make sure everyone's aware, there will be no physical tickets. It will be all a name entry. So Sean Wisenhant is on the call today. If he buys 10 tickets, his name is going to go into our drawing 10 different times. So it will be all name-based, and obviously, given the fact that they purchased the tickets via online, we will have that information on our back end to call Sean and let him know that he won $5,000. Let's fingers crossed, right, Sean? So that is our tools that we have. We have everything in place where we would be an error-free situation and that anyone can go on. So if you wanted to send this link to someone in California, someone in Texas, and they wanted to share it for you, utilize the tools that you have and the people that you know and say, hey, can you pass this link on? No need to purchase if they're not interested, but it is an entry and they can win $5,000. So it's the viral sensation is something that we really want to focus to and educate all of our participants on how they can share that and make that go viral. A lot of people did mention to me, you know, I'm not really crazy about asking for money or asking to raise funds. We absolutely understand the situation. We want you to more just suggest, you know, our nonprofit is working really hard. If you or anyone else you know has an interest in supporting it, can I drop you a link and you can learn more about what we're raising money for? So that's going to be an important piece too on how you communicate it. We want to support you on all of that. And we have Isabella on the call today. So Isabella, if you want to say hi really quick.
Good morning, everyone.
So Isabella is going to be working side by side with me, and she is going to be the Duck Day ambassador for all of our nonprofits. She'll be in contact with you weekly. She'll be supporting you. She'll be sending information to help you sell. She'll be sending you quick little sentences or social media posts that you can do so that you don't really have to think that much. We want to make this as easy as possible so that you can continue to feel comfortable and put that suggested ask out there to family, friends, colleagues, coworkers, anyone that you know, and then for them to also feel just as comfortable to help share this promotion with them as well. Another new thing that we're going to be doing, we're going to have a Just Ducky gift shop. That's not launched yet, but it's just a cute little tool that we can add in to make it even more fun for anyone who really wants that duck. We're still going to be able to sell some ducks for this year, and I know that that makes so many children very happy, and shipping will be part of that, and it's just another great thing that we can add into this virtual duck race that we're doing. At this point, I think I covered all those bases. I'm going to send this to Julie, who's going to really show you how you are going to utilize this system on your end.
Good morning, everybody. Glad to see you all here. So as Courtney was saying, we really are trying to make this as easy as possible for you. And if you're interested in signing up your nonprofit, it's going to be really simple. Do it all this morning and then you're good to go, and then we can get all the information over to you. So you'll see on the screen right now, that is our website, and there's a button, a tab at the top that says nonprofit sign up. And if you click that, it'll take you to the sign up form. And all of kind of the directions are right there, but you're going to fill out the really basic information that we need from you. Like we always did with our registration, paper registration form. Now we're doing it online. So just your email address, all the good information about your organization. The thing that is a little different is towards the bottom. You'll notice that we're asking you for your organization's mission statement. We want to include that so that people can learn a little bit about you and kind of be more inspired to support you through these sales. we want you to include how will these funds help your organization. Maybe you're really struggling because of the recent events of COVID. Maybe, you know, you're doing what you've always done, but you could really use the support right now. You have a special project. We want you to share how these funds will help you, and then add your organization's logo and the link to your Facebook page. And the reason that we're asking for all of these things is we are going to create for every nonprofit a special landing page that is unique to you. And that's the link that you would be using to send to people via email or social media or what have you. And it'll take them right to your special page with your logo and your mission and all that. So that's what you see on the screen right now. This one was made for one of the nonprofits that participated last year. I think it was Animals for Life. So this is an example of the landing page. So when you say, hey, would you like to support us? We're doing Duck Day. And you send the link to someone, they click on the link, it takes them right to this page, and they get all the information about your organization and some information about Duck Day as well. And then at the bottom, you see it says click to enter. When they click that, it'll take them to the screen that Courtney showed you earlier, which is the sales platform. And then from there, they'll get to fill out their information and purchase their tickets. And just when you do all that, you want to say, make sure you choose our organization from the drop-down menu. And then, those funds will go to your organization. So that is kind of the logistical end of all of that. And in order to help you push those things out, we will be giving you, tools like this one. Yep, Court, you had it.
Okay. Oh, can you see it?
I can't see it anymore.
Oh, that's so weird.
We'll be sending you things like graphics, and as she said, Isabel will push out, little blurbs that you can share on social media, where you could just maybe pop in the name of your organization, put your link in there, your special link just for you, and then share those out. So we're going to help provide some of those tools for you. Of course, you can always write your own stuff. You can take fun pictures and share those, but we are just trying to give you some tools that you can use in order to kind of be able to push these things out and not really have to work too hard at it. That's our job. So I hope that all made sense. I know that it's new, but we're trying to make it simple so that you have all the tools at your disposal in order to raise the money for your organization. And Duck Day, as we said, 15 years, people know it, and they get excited about it, and they want to help. And so we just kind of have to guide everybody to keep participating just in this new way. So I know we definitely want to give time for questions. Court, I didn't know if you had anything else that you wanted to add.
I think not right now, but I would love questions. So if you guys unmute yourself, if you have trouble with that, let us know. We can certainly help you. If you raise your hand, we can see you. But does anyone have any immediate questions right off the bat? Yes, Pete.
Yes, okay. I'm Peter Chevalier. My wife is the owner, president, and everything else at Kitty Quarters, a cat shelter rescue in Torrington. I have a couple of concerns about what I've heard. First, how do people pay? With selling physical tickets, so somebody can dig into their wallet and come up with a few bucks. Not everybody has PayPal. Not everybody may have a credit card. So how is that going to work? Number one. Number two, it's great that you have a landing page for each of the charities. However, when somebody goes to actually buy tickets, they are confronted with a list of all the charities. So there's no guarantee that my charity is going to get the benefit of their making the purchase. I would hope that you can work with the people who are creating the codes behind all of this, that when you go from my landing page to buy the ticket, it's my charity that's the one that is selected and not somebody else.
Yes, Pete. it's definitely certain things that we certainly discussed. We want to make sure that that is happening. We do believe that if you are sourcing the individuals to get to that next page, that they will choose your charity. We also can do a field where if they have a question and they want to write something in it, they'll be able to communicate with us as well. So if something happens where they couldn't pick the charity, they'd be able to write a question to us and let us know, I want my funds to go towards this organization. They will be able to pay online. It is a secured payment, all via credit card. So that is a form of payment. If someone wanted to pay and they wanted to give you the cash, you can fill the information in for them, and then you could do it via credit card your way. But it is a secure website with credit card payments only.
Are you using PayPal? Are you using Apple Pay?
We have a database through our chamber that we use through a back-end merchant account system that we have. So it's a real credit card processing system that we utilize.
But it's not not an electronic wallet.
No, it is not an electronic wallet.
That means my credit card is in your hands. My credit card number is in your hands.
It goes into a secured locked account on our end. Well, we process, every year we process, hundreds of thousands of dollars for Duck Day anyway, as well as all of our other chamber members. We have over 1,000 members that we process finances for them. So all of our information is secured and password protected on our end. We don't, only our finance manager has access to the information. So we as staff do not have that information that we can obtain on our end.
Is the credit card number being stored?
They are not being stored. They're all with stars on the back end of our
Okay,
system.
that's the critical thing. Because if the credit card number is in your system, then your system can be hacked.
They are not stored on the back end.
And much bigger companies than you have been hacked and cause God knows what problems.
Absolutely. We definitely want to make sure you guys feel comfortable as well with all that information. So we want to be very transparent with you with those questions so that you do feel comfortable sharing this out to others.
I would really feel happier if you could look into and implement a way that when somebody goes from my link to buy tickets, that my charity is going to get the benefit. If in the past, if I'm selling tickets, then that's mine and I get the benefit. With
Right.
this system, there is no assurance of that. And, I would feel happier. I'm a retired coder and I know that anything's possible in code. So I would be much happier if you guys could work with your IT people to see that that can be done.
Thank you, Pete. And good to know of your background. So if we do have any questions, would you be willing to work with us more?
I'm certainly happy to help you. Whatever code language is being used here is not necessarily something I know about.
Right.
But I'm a retired IT guy for 20 years. So
We
yeah,
do
I
work
would
with a really large company that's national, specifically for chambers. So they do this on a daily basis, but we certainly want to make sure that you guys have that comfort level on all ends. And you are right. Given the fact that you were selling face-to-face, you had all that control over that revenue stream. So we want to make sure of that for you as well.
Okay, and I'm happy to be a tester or provide comment or thoughts and review or whatever can be done to help.
Thank you so much, Pete. We appreciate that.
Okay.
We do have a few questions coming in. Jill Mahoney, I think, asked kind of a similar question to Pete. So we'll be making sure that we can verify that if a person comes in to do that, that they're going to choose the correct nonprofit. Kelly wrote, if we did a paper sign up, do we need to go back and do the electronic sign up? Yes, Kelly, we are recommending that. We're actually going to have Isabella assisting everyone on that, but we are recommending that because that contract is pretty much null and void, knowing that our changes are different now regarding that this is a virtual component. So that is, hopefully that answers that, Kelly. Amy Shaw, if we get a unique link for our nonprofit, we should be able to have it quoted to default our nonprofit in that drop-down list. And we will look into that for sure as well. Kathy, the information you'll be sending will be downloaded, will give to hand to people. Not everyone goes online. Yes, Kathy, all of the information that we send via email, you can certainly print out and be able to share with others. We also plan to have some posters. So Isabella will be working some posters, and we'll be putting some signage out in Naugatuck as well. We want to make sure that the general population is aware of what's going on. And also, we are working with the Republican American again and the Citizens News to be doing some virtual advertising as well as print advertising. So it will be out there in the public. It won't just be online. We do know that not everyone goes online, and we want to make sure that if you do not go online, that we can make this process as simple as possible for you to try to go and purchase a ticket online and support an organization. Mary wrote, does each person receive a receipt via email and a check-in for the virtual duck race? Yes, as soon as you sign up for a entry, you will receive that email automatically into your email that you used. And then prior to the video going live, we will have access to everyone that supported this with that entry, and we'll be able to check in with them as well prior to our actual live Duck Day race on September 6th via the virtual site. So Mary, I hope that answers the questions. And will the nonprofits be able to track sales during the month? I think if you are using your landing page and you're tracking with individuals that you're working on, but I don't know if we have a physical way that we can show you sales. We will definitely work on that. Maybe we could do a weekly update with our database because we can pull from that. So Kelly, I'm definitely going to note that for you and see what we can do on our end. I think it's very possible. I think we just need to do some back end work on us. And Mary wrote, can we purchase for people who prefer to give cash at our nonprofit? Yes, which I did mention that when Pete and I were discussing a few things. If someone says you, here's $10, put my name in, you would go right into the system, put their name in and put the $10 in, and then choose your nonprofit, and that would be all set and that would work as well. I do know that some people also raise their hands. So Elise, if you want to come off of mute, if you're here still.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, hi.
Hi. So Elise Cronk from Woodland Regional High School Timber Team. Just a quick question. I just filled out our fundraiser form in which I need our superintendent's permission to move forward with this. When is the absolute last day to fill out the nonprofit sign up?
So we do know that the nonprofit sign up, the landing page can be created within 24 to 48 hours. So if you guys were to submit it August 1st, you might need to wait 2 days until you could start pushing out the landing page. So if you did get that last minute confirmation, even if you did it on August 1st, it would be okay and we'd be able to get you up and running 2 days later. So really our process is a 2-day time frame on our end with our designer so that we can get you guys marketed out there.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And Ashley, you also raised your hand.
Oh,
Hi,
no.
Ashley Ford, Leukemia Lymphoma Society. My question is very similar to what's already been asked. So I think we're all kind of asking the same thing. If someone random goes on to the day, they can choose from any charity that they want. But if they go from our landing page, it will go directly to us. So that's kind of what I'm assuming everyone's asking. So I'm not going to ask the question again, but I think that's kind of what we've all been asking. So thank you for that. And I think this is a great idea. I think even next year when, knock on wood, everything is quote unquote back to normal, you should have some aspect of this involved too, because I think this is great.
Thank you, Ashley. And I do think that we want to continue to utilize this system next year as well. And yes, we are certainly going to make sure that we are working our best to make sure that those individuals that are on your landing page go to our page, then make sure that they choose your nonprofit. So we'll be looking into that more as well. We do have some more questions. How are the Ducks going to win if there's no duck race? That's a fabulous question, Amy. We have been talking about that a lot. There is an electronic source that we can utilize, and it will generate all of the name entries, and then it will automatically choose the top 10 winners, which is how we will be using it. And a lot of companies actually do that with online contest entries. So that is the tool that we will be using to make that happen. Kathy, it says, in the database before you hit submit, is there a button to confirm the charity? Just the way to confirm they have the right charity. So Kathy, there is that drop down menu, but what I am going to add is you can add a question box. So I'm gonna make sure that that is in there too. So if anyone hits submit accidentally and chooses the wrong charity, they can get back to us. They can also respond to us via that confirmation email. So if any of the entries have any issues, they have full contact with us the entire time. And we also could do some more follow-up with them and say your investment went to Animals for Life. And then they can also correct us and say, actually, no, I did that in error. I want it to go to this person. So we will really cater to also the entry sales, because we really want to make sure that you guys can benefit 100% on your end. Amy says, our homepage still shows the old date of June 7th. Amy, please send me that link that you're seeing that, because I know that our website that we showed today says September 6th, so we want to make sure that we don't have any issues. And then will nonprofits have access to any kind of promo videos to use on social media? Fabulous question. We will be working on creating promo videos with our company, Mass Media, for you guys to then share out to others too, explaining the process, what's going on, and how this is going to help your organization and how people can sign on and raise funds for you. So we will be providing you as much as we can to do that. Another question is, could the chamber create a form for their supporters to complete a form and pay cash to the nonprofit? Then the nonprofit can collect the money and do the entry for the supporter. We can certainly work on that to make that process easier for all of you as well. If that should be a really simple tool that we can create for you. And I think that would help some of you guys too, who not everyone's gonna be tech savvy, not everyone's gonna be, you know, oh, let me just go in and put my information in and have that understanding. So we definitely can work on something like that as well. It'll be a quick sign up form that we can share with you guys. And Isabella will be doing a lot of this further communication with you. So if you guys have questions as we go along the way, she's definitely gonna be your main point of contact. And Amy, thank you for that link. We will make sure we edit. I think we focused so much on duckday.com that we never went back to naugatuckchamber.com. So thank you. And Carl Rosa, you have your hand up.
Yeah, so Courtney, do you have a full list of the prizes yet that you could publicize when you launch this, or
Yeah,
so that's something we can refer to when we're trying to get?
We have the prizes pretty much squared away. We had to reconfirm every prize that was brought to us about 7 months ago. So we're still waiting on some of those confirmations. Some of the businesses aren't completely up and running yet, or just started to get back up and running. So we are making sure that whatever prizes we put out, they're gonna be final. We do not wanna have any issues with something backing out. So we're still waiting on some confirmation of some of the businesses that actually donated to us. And as soon as that's done, that will be certainly all done in the next week, because we wanna make sure you guys can start putting feelers out there and sharing this with others.
Thank you.
Annabella, you also have your hand up.
Yes, I did. Thank you. So
Yes.
first, I think this is a fabulous idea. So thank you so much for putting this together. Curious, like in the past, I have run into people where they purchase multiple tickets from different organizations. Is that a feature that people will be able to do online or not?
So they would just have to go in and do multiple entries, and so you can't choose more than one nonprofit at one time.
Okay.
So they would have to, if they wanted to do Main Street Waterbury, they'd have to go buy 5 tickets. If they wanted to do Rotary Club, they'd have to go back in and buy 5 more tickets. So we do want to make sure that the nonprofits are benefiting and that there is no confusion in what nonprofit they're going to be donating to. So some of the legwork might go back on that customer, but if you guys work with them and tailor with them and we do the same, then, you know, sometimes too, it just makes them feel more comfortable that we're there to help as much as we can. And if there is any person that has any issues and you are not sure how to help them, please just direct them immediately to us, and we'd be glad to walk them through it, so that we can help support them on our end too. We want to make sure, like we said, we really want to be open to the variety of situations that may come up, that we're not planning on yet, or that someone was like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. We want to make sure that we can cater to every aspect so that we can make this successful. And then Ashley mentioned, we want to be able to bring this forward next year also. And the more that we can work with everyone, the better we can be as a final outcome for this year, and then to improve it even more for next year.
Hey, Courtney, one other question. You'd mentioned that people can purchase ducks and have them shipped to their house. Where on that page, where's that located?
So that's going to be on the About Us page initially, but we will start a gift shop page where anyone can go in and purchase, but also in the confirmation email that everyone receives, it will say, please visit our Just Ducky gift shop. So they'll be able to see that in that confirmation email as well. And then we'll be putting out on social media also.
Okay, so it's a different page. It's not something that they could buy their tickets and buy the ducks as well.
Correct. Correct. Okay. We're utilizing another local company to support us on that effort. So they're actually building the entire website. Something new this year too, I don't know if you guys remember the ducks that we've had, but we also have a connection through this company locally, Barker Specialty. They're in Cheshire. I don't know if you know of them, but they have a connection with the celebrity ducks. So you can actually get ducks that are celebrity oriented, very well-known celebrities, and then you can order those different types of ducks this year too. So that's gonna be a new added component. Kathy, thank you. We hope that we can help you make a lot of money as well. And we're looking forward to the amount of work that we have. In all reality, this work is a lot less than actually putting on the real Duck Day. Less labor intensive, how about I say it like that? You know, we've had some grueling hours of lifting and moving games and ducks, physically, bags of ducks. So we're excited that this will be a digital workload, because we really can work at any time and make it happen for all of you. And Mary mentioned, will there be a landing page prior to August 1st? Yes, the quicker you guys sign up, the quicker we can get your landing page going. That's a fantastic question. We will be able, again, like I said, turn around those in 24 to 48 hours. So if you guys choose to go into that right now, we will have that information immediately, and we'll be able to send that to our graphic designer to create your landing page and then get that out to you. So thank you, Mary, for that question. And Amy wrote, is what we provide on the registration form going to be posted on your landing page? Yes. So please make sure that what you guys do put on there, that it is absolutely accurate. And if you do request edits, just let Isabella know, and then we will be able to have that person go in and make those edits as well. Again, we just want to remind you though that 24 to 48 hour time frame, we're looking at 50 to 75 nonprofits that will be able to work with us. So we want to be gracious to the individual that's helping support this on his end. Digital Traffic Factory, he's a local company right in Prospect, where he's actually working out of his home to make sure that this is working for all of us, and he'll be glad to help support this. And will the phone number be public and the address? We don't post that. So we actually do not plan to put any of your phone numbers or addresses public. That is really information for us. So let me screen share really quick that landing page again, so that you know exactly what it will entail. So if you see this again, it has your logo. It will have our Duck Race logo right here. It will be your mission or whatever you want it to say. We will also be adding how these funds will be helping your organization. It tells you that it's $5 per duck race entry. 50% of the funds are going to go back to the organization. It'll have your website, your Facebook link. We repeat this again. What can your duck win? So that's really to the consumer. And then eventually this will click to view all the prizes. And then when it clicks to enter, it goes right to that secure content where they can choose the organization that they want to donate back to. So I hope that helps a little bit more in detail too. And no problem, Amy. I'm glad that that's helpful. And if there is anything that you don't want us to post, just let us know. We'll add a note page to that Google form. So if you have any questions or concerns or anything else, we'll add that into that Google Docs so that you can share that with us too. And that way it'll be a quick, easy way to respond to all of us, and we'll be able to answer you as soon as possible. Great questions. Yes, Pete, you have another one, certainly. How can we help?
Just a quickie, Courtney, on that sign up page, in the upper right corner is a button that says login. What's that?
That's only because I'm actually under my database. So
Okay.
I am logged, I have access to my database so I can log in as my end. You guys won't see that side of it.
Okay, but that button won't be there.
Let me just screen share to verify. Oh, I know why. So Pete, we are a chamber database. So if you are a member of the chamber, you can log into your profile on our website. So if I was to click that button and I wanted to log in as a chamber member, it would take me to that page.
Yeah, but this is the page where the public is going to make a purchase.
Yes, so our website is open to the public, and all of our chamber members have a login portal.
I understand that. My concern here is it's going to confuse John Q. Public, who just wants to buy tickets and doesn't understand what that login thing is and could get them confused. May I suggest that for the selling page, it not be there?
Yeah, I don't think that's something that we can remove because it is part of our, it is built in as part of our database, and there are some restrictions as far as what we are able to edit and what we're not. So I would just say if you're concerned about that, then the people that you're selling to, you just say to them, if you have any questions about purchasing tickets, please let me know or call the chamber. Because you know, we are able to edit a lot, but there are some things that are built into our database. And if we were to ask our database company to remove that, they would have to remove it on every single piece of our website, and then our members would not be able to.
Well, it just, when you're creating a page for somebody to make a purchase, have a unique page that's for the duck race, and that's not there. Now, that should not take more than 10 minutes worth of coding to create that special page. Do you understand? Do you understand my concern?
Certainly.
I'm thinking about this from the perspective of, I really don't know what I'm doing. I've been asked to go and do this, so I'm going to struggle my way through. You're giving me some extraneous piece of something that, what's that? Make it simple. That's all.
Yeah, we'll certainly look into that more, Pete. And it may be because I'm on the database myself, so I'll re-verify that.
Okay.
I may send you the link because I'm always connected to my database. So if I send you the link, then you'll be able to view it also. Because being connected to the database in my home through my VPN, I won't be able to see the difference. So I'll make sure that I connect with you offline as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Again, thinking about the least familiar with computers and pages and what am I doing, user, make it simple. That's all.
Yeah, I do actually, when I clicked on that login button, it actually went to my personal login. So I do believe that that may not show up. The unfortunate part is I can't determine that because I'm in my database right now. So
Good.
I'll definitely work with you offline, and then we can look to see what we can do. But I'll have to check on that for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. You know, the alternative is to have your coders put something that says log in for chamber members or something like that, so that I don't have to do that. I just want to buy your tickets and get out of here.
Right. We technically could write too. You see, I'm showing the screen again so everyone can follow you, where it says duck race entry, login not required, you know, no need to log in or something like that as well.
Something like that. Just, yeah, it says above in, log in for faster registration and special pricing.
Yeah, that,
No,
that's,
that's not user friendly.
yeah, we'll definitely look into that side of it because we don't want to confuse people, like you said, and being virtual and this being new to everyone, we want to make sure that they have that understanding.
Right, thank you.
No problem. I'll definitely look into that. Our database is a very thick database, so we'll see what we absolutely can do for you.
I can fully appreciate that.
Yeah. So Amy agrees completely. She says like minds, so that's good. I'm glad you guys are looking at those other pieces of it. And yes, you're right, Amy. Special pricing does make it sound like it could be a discount, and we certainly we want to make sure that you guys all get that 50% profit exactly the way it should be. So Pete, we'll definitely look into that. And as I said, I'll use you as my source to help and make sure that it reads really well on each end.
I'm happy to do whatever I can to help.
We appreciate that. And Carl, you raised your hand again,
Yeah.
so I wanted to give you an opportunity.
So when you've when someone's gotten to your individual organization page or landing page, for instance, and then they want to buy a ticket, they ultimately get to that registration page, right?
Yep.
And then there's a drop-down box with all the organizations.
Yes.
So they went to you emailed, you sent out your unique page to have them support you. But then when they get to that registration page, they can change their mind.
That is what Pete mentioned.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Okay.
right away.
Yeah. All right. So is there a way to like have that? So, because if they don't know any better, it may default to like the first alphabetical organization, and they're thinking they're given to you, but they're actually given to, I know it's prompting them to choose an organization, but so I don't know if there's a way to like have it be unique. If they've responded to your unique page, that organization is going to get the credit.
So we also have an option to add promo codes. So we're going to look into that too to see. The thing is though, if they don't have the promo code, then we're in the same situation. So we
Right.
can only do it one way or the other. So
Yeah.
I would love if you guys think promo codes are the way to go. That's what we want to know, or if the drop down, because we really can only do it one way or the other. So I'd love that input from all of you. A few people are saying it to no. If you guys want to use the chat, and then we can look at that chat later and see what majority agrees on, but we really only have those two options. We can do promo where they'd have to put the code in, or it goes right down to a drop down menu.
Let me just step in. Courtney, as Pete brought up at the beginning of this, we do want to look in to see if we can have a default right to your organization. So that is something we're going to check into. If that cannot be done, then I think the question that Courtney's asking now is relevant, where if we are left with the drop-down feature, then is it better to have a promo code? And I'm seeing in the chat, people are saying right away, no promo codes. That might make things a little more confusing. So we are still going to look into how we can make it more of a direct access right to your organization showing up. We are a little bit limited as a nonprofit organization in how we're able to do this, because when we looked at our credit card processing and to not create a whole new processing, say, system with another vendor. And so that's one of the reasons why we wanted to use our own system that we already have in place that we know works very well. But we got to work out some of these bugs that you're bringing to mind. So thank you for the conversation.
I would just like to add to, I know a lot of people are saying no promo code, but I want to be clear that we can probably, I would assume, Courtney, tell me if I'm wrong, but make it a required field, choosing the organization from the dropdown. But the promo code, I believe, can also be a required field. So if you are sending someone to your landing page, on your landing page, it would have your promo code. Say, I know we've been talking about Animals for Life. So say the promo code for Animals for Life is animals, just pretend. Then somebody could not go through with purchasing a ticket without entering the promo code. So that would prevent them from mistakenly choosing a different organization but we would have to make sure all the promo codes are listed on your landing page. And it may be something that when you're sharing your social media or whatever, you would want to include probably the promo code there as well. So I just want to be clear on what instituting a promo code would mean. And I would love to hear from some people that said no promo code, absolutely not, why you said that, because I think it is addressing your concern. So I'd love to hear that feedback if you could. Thanks.
Talk with your IT people. There are coding techniques that allow passing credentials through a link. A good example of that is the link for this Zoom meeting, which contains both the ID for the meeting and the password, so that Zoom, you don't have to fill that in if you have that link. So these are coding techniques. Talk with your IT people to see what they can do.
So I just want to clarify, because Amy's also writing in the message. So I want to make sure that so P and Amy, so what you guys are both saying, as soon as you click on that link, your organization name's already in that registration piece, and then it just continues on and no one has to think further about it.
That would be, that's up to the coders to do that, but it is doable. I'm not a web developer, but I know that.
Yeah, if I could actually interject, Courtney, I think what I'm hearing, because you're dealing with two different platforms, you're dealing with Digital Factory and he's building these landing pages, but I do believe that he would be able to enter in some type of an identifying coder that would match whatever your database client name or number is, so that when somebody clicks on that landing page, heads over to the Chamber's database registration, on the back end, there should be a way to marry those two, so that when you or somebody runs a report, you can see how many people clicked from here to here and then bought the tickets, if that makes sense. That should be the way, but that's limited to what I know as.
Yes, you are right. We are using two different digital components. So yes, us trying to blend that. We unfortunately are not the coders. So Pete's insight and Amy's insight is also helping us understand a little bit more so that we can go back to them and see that possibility. I do want to make sure that we can continue on too, because I definitely know that this is something that is all really important to all of you. So I will definitely do the research on this and make sure I follow up with all of you. Jim also asked if there's a fee for credit cards. You guys will not be charged the fee for credit cards. That's on us. So there is no fee for, we get the credit card processing fees on our end. And we are almost at time. We wanted to try to keep this under an hour because we all know that you guys are volunteering or supporting a nonprofit. So thank you all so much. I really do appreciate, and we all appreciate all that extra detail and insight. We want to make this the best that we can. So we certainly will be working on these things. I took a lot of different notes. And we have it recorded too, so I won't miss anything. I'll be able to go right back and watch everything. And thank you guys all for joining us. Thank you for your wonderful messages too, about your excitement and that you guys are looking forward to this. We're thrilled to be able to bring this. We honestly know that this is the most important part of what Duck Day has been about these last 14 years. And we're thrilled to be able to continue this and be able to help so many nonprofits. And given the situation that we're all in, we do know, and we have seen ourselves, that many individuals are willing to help. So they are willing to support a nonprofit. They're willing to do whatever they can to make sure that that nonprofit is still around. So we are working our best towards that for you. And we just want to thank you again. And if you do have any questions, just send us an email, send me an email. You have my information. And Lee, thank you for your comment. It is certainly crazy times, but we're really excited about all of this. And Kelly, thank you. We're excited that you decided to come back again with us. So again, have a great day, and we wish you well, and then we will follow up with all those further details also. And Isabella will be in touch too when you're ready to commit.